Okay, well, welcome everyone. I'm Rhonda Ubalor. I'm from Southern Indiana, and I'm super excited to be here tonight. And boy, do we have a lineup. You guys were super stoked because we have some wonderful ladies on our team that actually just attended a regional for our Avini Health team, and it was in Salt Lake City, Utah. And so I was unable to attend because my youngest daughter got married that day. So I had a pretty good excuse. But I'm envious and I can't wait to hear what these excited ladies have to share. And so, first, I'd like Annie Berryhill. And she's from Prescott, Arizona. Annie, if you wouldn't mind coming on and just kind of share your takeaway and what you left, I guess, from the regional that left you most excited about what you have your hands on here with Avini.
Thank you, Rhonda, for including me on this. Yeah, it was a great time. I mean, the three of us had a good time getting to know each other for sure. I mean, that was a super plus. So thank you for having me. Can you guys hear me okay?
Mhm.
Okay, I
Yes.
just always have to make sure my correct mic is on because sometimes I mess that up. Well, when you asked me to do this, I had to think about it because I could take up the whole time telling you about how wonderful it was, but I'll let these other lovely ladies tell you their perspective. But I will say probably my greatest takeaway is having been in this industry, in and out of this industry, as many of us have been for quite a while, decades. I think one of the hardest parts about doing this business is the feeling of being alone. And you can have this flexible business you can take anywhere, you can do from home, you can do from vacation. But when you hit a rough spot or a challenge, maybe it's just, maybe you have your upline or the person who enrolled you, or maybe they just totally bailed. And it's so hard to be alone. But what I came away with is we are so not alone. We are not left to our own devices. Obviously, the company gives us, tons of tools and everything we need to be able to share with people. But the people who were at the event, starting with Neil, and he was available and had some great conversations with him, got some great pictures, and made a deal with him, and I'll tell you about that when it happens. And being able to ask Rick a specific question, and then having all these different people from different backgrounds, not even on the same team. I don't even know. I don't. That's what I said. I don't even know who's on what team where. All I know is that we're Armenians and we all love this, and we're all building it, and everybody is ready to help everybody. So to be able to get FaceTime, like real in-person FaceTime, I know that I can reach out to Lisa, this Lisa, and other Lisas, and Dr. Gary, and all these people. I can just reach out and say, hey, I've got this person. Can you get on a call with them? Hey, I have this question. Hey, I need this, support. I need somebody to say, go, Annie. You're not alone. I think that was really the best reinforcement of that was having the time with people that I had met on the phone, that people I had heard about that were great, and to really, again, ignite my belief. And I've come away from those things before really kind of hyped up, like overhyped. Like, I can do it. But the same old kind of challenges existed inside of me. But this time I came away with it like I'm not alone. And people have struggled, people shared those kind of things. And it left me just feeling very sure I can do this because on the times that I might doubt, there's a whole bunch of new friends I have who are ready to help me get past that and keep going and keep going. And what we have here in a company is so special and so unique. I love how Neil has set this up in a way that he took away all the things he never liked about network marketing that we probably all didn't like, that we all didn't know how to get rid of, except for leaving a company. So there's no reason to ever leave at this point. It's just so fabulous. So I 100% totally in, right, Marsh? We're totally going to Vegas. We're doing it together.
Yeah.
And I can't even wait. It's just going to be that on steroids. Even though I like the small, non, hypey kind of stuff. This was so great. I'm so glad I went. And I only became a distributor in April. So it really helped to, keep pushing me forward and build my belief even more.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Annie. And
Absolutely.
and I love that you're pretty new, but you just went and you went for it. And that's awesome that when new people do that. And so I'd like to introduce my long lost friend, Diane Dowdy. And Diane's pretty new too. And and she but she took that leap of faith too, and not only went, but went with her husband. And so Diane, and she's also from Arizona now, Scottsdale, Arizona. I can't keep up with her because she's always moving. But, anyways, Diane, if you would come on and kind of share your experience at the regional, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, can you see me okay? Because I really, what I did was I pulled up because my feeling and takeaway is so much like Annie's and Lisa's, but and Lisa will talk about that in a minute too. But I did what I wanted to see. Well, first of all, with my perspective, it was just wow. It spoke to my heart. I've been into one other well, a couple other companies because their products, I believed in their products, and I wanted to research it more. But I was taken back by, loud music, rah rah, and it just was just not my thing. I mean, it's all fun and a good balance of fun is great, but the heart, I wanted to see the heart. I wanted to understand what this was that took my health to a level I didn't think could get to, and really very profoundly and very fast. And so, and then I asked Jeff, and for Jeff to come with me on these things, it's got to be something that's going to pique his interest and be worth his time. Busy man. Anyway, I wanted to ask him, and so I wrote down what he said, and I wanted to share that with you too. So he says the company brings together one of the most experienced and professional teams ever assembled at this scale. Its science-based technology is founded on empirical evidence, setting the product apart as truly one of a kind. And so that's what he said. He just looked at me and I'm like, wait, this is good. Let me write it down. I'm more emotion. He's the engineer, the engineering mind. And so it was like, yeah, the science, when they went over the slides and to hear Rick talk, and here it is, he's the formulator. He's the one that that formulated this, the mastermind, the gift he has, the God-given gift of what he's formulated, and the foresight that he has, and his humbleness there. I mean, there's no pride there. It's so like, yeah, this is what we have, and it doesn't they're just there's no pride. It's a humbleness, like you see when people come to them and they're sharing their results. They get goosebumps. It humbles them, and they're so approachable, and that family feel. So I am going to probably confirm, and you're going to see a common thread in what we're saying. But this is what resonates with real people. And yes, the science is incredible. I'm not a scientist, but you can, add it all together and see that this is tried and true, that there's clinical studies, peer reviews. So that's there because again, you see doctors there, and people in that field and in that realm, and they're wanting to understand it even better. And so here you are, you're with them, but then you're seeing the people that are just like a little person like me getting great results and so happy and want to share. So the comfort level is for every person where they're at. It's going to resonate. I've never seen every box checks, and this did. It checked every box.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go to Vegas and meet everybody in person too, like you guys did, and especially you, Diane. But Diane, I know one thing that I think was so just checked all the boxes again, and you knocked it out of the park because not only did you get your husband to go, but you actually took a new team member also. So would you go ahead and introduce Lisa?
Well, it is my a pleasure to introduce Lisa. And again, Lisa and I met through a company, network marketing company, nutritional company, where I met you, Rhonda, as well. And again, we were people that were there with wanting to know more about health and everything. And so, and we always all helped each other. So we weren't connected in any line as a team, but we always wanted to help each other. And that's how I met Lisa. And again, that's how I met you, Rhonda, too, and always kept those ties. And just the way I was so blessed when Rhonda reached out to me like I always say, it was like a divine providence how she did that. And she knew I just needed it at that exact time. I wanted Lisa to have that same opportunity too, and reach out to her, knowing that she's always interested in what would be very helpful health and wellness wise too with what she's going through. So it is a great pleasure to be able to share this and have Lisa see that as well and have that same heart. So go ahead, Lisa.
Well, thank you, Diane, for the introduction. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. I just began with Avini in late May, so it hasn't been too long at all. We're not even at a month, but I really wanted to check out the leadership with this company. I'd been involved in other relationship marketing companies, and I just really wanted to see who was at the top of this, what they were like, how I felt being around the Avini group of people. I was very impressed. There's a lot of leadership experience there, a lot of insight. People had been in relationship marketing, so they know what they liked before, what they didn't really like as much. Some interesting things in this comp plan that's a little bit different, which I think is very helpful. But I saw people that were helping each other. It didn't matter what leg or line that you were with. We just bottom line want Avini to succeed with these products and be able to help other people. So I was very happy with what I saw. Like Diane, I'm sort of tired of the, rah rah kind of stuff, but we certainly could have rah rah with the different results that people have been seeing with these products. So I was very impressed with Rick, the biochemist, as he had talked about these products, why he had certain ingredients in them, what they did. He's like a walking encyclopedia. He just keeps all the stuff up here in his mind. And he was such a brain, but he was able to tell it in such a way that a layperson like me, not a medical person, could understand. And I really saw his heart coming through, along with the other leadership as well, to say, these products are really changing lives. We had a chance to talk with people. Of course, during the conference, we heard testimonials, but also when we weren't at the conference, but we were on breaks or, at a meal or something like that. And oh my gosh, some of these testimonies were just, Diane has an amazing one too. You just think that you've lost hope, and then all of a sudden your hope is restored with what God used with these Avini products to help your health. So I was also blessed. Rick had taken an insight into what's going on with your eye, Lisa. So I was able to talk with him, and maybe that's part of another discussion. But he's just intrigued, and he likes to know, well, why people are going through things, what they've tried. And I really feel like I have some hope here with these Avini products for my eye. And God has a plan, and it was just great. I flew into Salt Lake City. I didn't have a roommate right away, but then Annie came through towards the end, and we just had a great time as roommates. We're in different lines, but we're part of the Avini family, and that's really what counts. So we do have a conference that's coming up August 14th to 16th. I've already registered for that in Las Vegas. I have never, ever seen this in relationship marketing before. By sharing these products with people, you are able to actually have your registration comped, as well as your hotel room, basically. And it was just a blessing to be able to say, if somebody doesn't really have the funds, but they know that they got results on these products, that they are able to have an opportunity to have those things helped by the company. So but anyhow, August 14th to 16th in Las Vegas at the Tuscany Hotel. So I hope to be able to meet more people that perhaps they weren't able to come to Salt Lake City, or maybe they're new. And I hope to be bringing people with me as well. So I'm looking forward to being part of the Avini family.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. And, I know you guys like hit the nail on the head with everything we've been hearing about the company, but to see it up close and personal, I'm sure that was just more of a reality. And I know that just the things from me being at other conferences and events, I can't wait to go because I'm like you, like I've had all the rah rah. I'm a fun personality. I'm not the exactly dance on tables, but I'm there for the party too. But to me, the party with Avini is that we have life-changing products and we get to create the kind of company, the network marketing company that we always wish we had, right? We have the right people, we have the right products, and we have the belief in what we have, and we just have to share it in a bigger way. So I know that conferences actually bring all that together, and there's nothing better than being in person and being able to build those relationships. And that's what I'm most excited, about, is going there. And I just had another team member actually sign up today to go to Vegas. So I'm just hoping you guys all take that jump and share this with your teams, because literally that's how we're going to change a million lives, is by getting more people involved and taking more people to see the big picture. I think that's what it's all about. So that's all I have. Greg, if you have anything else you'd like to share.
I'll just share real quick. I do think it's very important to get to these events and get to know the people you're in business with, and to meet people that are, in your group, on your team, those kind of things. There's so like there's so much that can be gained from it, to really understand. The common thread here was everybody talked about heart, and that's hard to see at a distance, and you don't get that chance to interact with people. So I think that if you can't go, you ought to be trying to work into going, because just like Lisa was saying, there are some incentives in place to help you get there. And so I just want to encourage everybody to get there, get their teams there. It will make dramatic differences in your business. I promise you that.
Mhm.
That's all I have.
Well, I was going to say they did today send out a little notification that the rooms are actually lowered in price, which never happens. I'm like, everything always goes up in price all
Right.
throughout the world. So it's like, we're kind of all excited about, $69 a night rooms, I think, or a few nights. I'm like, going, where can that happen?
Yeah.
And another thing is that was really shocking to me when I found out that they actually feed you at
Yeah.
these events.
Oh, yes.
I have been to so many events, and it's like everybody's scattering. You got an hour and a half to go find some food, and it's like an hour and a half away, so it never works. And so I love that they put that, in there as part of the program, and that everybody can stay together and have more time to network and just gel as a team, gel as a community. And I think that's super smart on Neil's part. That's amazing. And that's worth a lot when, all of us that know it's not cheap to go out to eat these days either. You can't hardly get anything. But when they include that, you're paying your ticket price, but you're getting that, and you're getting that experience of, like I said, just everybody not leaving, everybody staying together. I love that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's a great investment. They're
Mhm.
smart.
Very smart. So anyways, that's all I got. Anybody else have anything else?
One other thing, I wanted Lisa to have the opportunity to talk, but that moment when we had the opportunity to talk to Rick, and again, he was so approachable, and it was that Friday night after the little hors d'oeuvre time, which was nice. They had a nice spread there, again, feeding hungry people as they just get there. And then after those, that room was kind of locked down for the night, and people were just like in the lobby. It was like, hey, I don't want to go to my room yet. It's like, I'm here. I want to meet everybody. I want to like hear people's story. And but it was so cute. So Lisa and I were just like, oh, how do we get to the table where Rick is at? Like we really got to go see him. We got to meet him. He's the only one that we didn't get to meet personally. I mean, there was Neil Roth, the CEO, like shaking everybody's hand as they come in, and he shook our hands. And okay, of course, we never met him before, but I leaned over to Jeff, and I'm like, "You do know who that was, right?" He goes, "Yeah, I know." But he's again so normal and approachable. But anyway, when some people were looked at us and they kind of knew we kind of wanted to get in there to kind of talk to Rick, and they're like, here, go ahead, enjoy, here's our chair, like talk to him, get to meet them. And I'm like, that is so special.
Yes.
And then when Lisa sat down, Rick looked at her, and then Rick just looked right at Lisa and said, wow, tell me what's going on. And the interest and the laser focus just on Lisa, and then watching Lisa talk about it, and there was nobody else in the room. It was just Rick focused on Lisa. No one else mattered, and it melted my heart. I had to go back, like take a step back, like get further back so I could get the picture to capture. That was such a Kodak moment. I absolutely loved it. Almost made me cry because I know what Lisa's been through, and just to see that care, that concern, and somebody who really wants to dig deep and find that answer and that solution to help her. Where do you see that? I mean, you
Right.
don't.
Yes. After 23 years, I have some hope with Avini. Amen.
No, it's really special, and it was so genuine. It was just so it was priceless. So
Yes. Amen.
very special.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, thanks you everyone for showing up on the call tonight. And Greg will be getting this recording out soon before he goes to bed, right? So
Yes,
thank
for
you
sure.
all. We'll see everybody in Vegas.
Oh, can't wait. I hope it can work out. Yes, for sure.
Thanks for
Thank you.
doing this, Rhonda. Thanks, Greg.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
girls.
All right.
Thank you all.
Bye.